Hello, this is Chad Middleton, your vocational expert. Are you considering applying for TDIU benefits, individual unemployability? Well, if you are, I have some questions for you. First and foremost, are you unemployed? In order to apply for TDIU, what you're claiming is that you're not able to work because of your service-connected disabilities. Now, of course, if you're working, that defeats the point of applying for TDIU. You will be denied. Okay. So if you're unemployed, you meet, first of all, one part of eligibility. Second of all, are you not working because of the effects of your service connected disabilities? Remember, if you're unemployed for any other reason, you will be denied. All right. If you're unemployed because your plant closed down, if you're unemployed because you can't find a job, you're unemployed because they're not paying you as much money, so you quit the job. You're unemployed because of your age. These are not reasons why it will be justified for you to get TDIU unemployability benefits. Remember, you have to not be working because of the effects of your service connected disabilities. My back, my mental health, my feet, my legs, my sleep apnea, whatever your condition is, your condition must stop you from being able to maintain employment. Now, that's just a claim. So, if you're claiming that your disabilities are stopping you from finding suitable employment, you now have to have some type of evidence. All right. Medically would be superb. If you have any medical records that suggest that you have limitations in these areas, you're not able to sit for longer than 15 minutes, you can't be around people, you have difficulty adjusting to work or work-like setting, you're having panic attacks, near continuous depression and panic attacks, you have suicidal ideation, you're falling asleep because of your sleep apnea, or you're having insomnia. These are all things that may be in your medical records that you can highlight as to why you're unable to find work. Next, do you have any work-related information? All right. Why did you stop your last job? Were you fired? Were you terminated? Were you terminated because you got into a fight with a coworker, a manager? All right. Or were you terminated because you was absent from work due to problems with your service-connected disabilities? Did they put that in your termination letter? Do you have FMLA paperwork that suggests you needed extra time off because of the impact of your service-connected disabilities? Did you retire? Were you forced to retire because of your service-connected disabilities? Were you terminated because of your service-connected disabilities? This is work-related information that supports you not being able to work. Okay? All right. And while we're talking about work-related information, let's go back to the medical. Do you have your DBQs? Okay. Your DBQs is your disability benefits questionnaire that the medical examiner performed when doing your CMP examination. All right. In order to get access to your DBQs nowadays, you have to put in a FOIA request and you have to ask the VA, can you have a copy? Before, back in the day, the VA used to perform these examinations themselves. All right. And when they did them themselves, they were a part of your medical file. So if you did your, got access to your blue button report, you would see that these examinations would be in your blue button report. But now, because the VA is contracting other doctors to do this examination, the record belongs to them. So in order for you to get a copy of that record, you have to put in a FOIA request. And unfortunately, guys, it seems like it takes 3 months, 6 months for you to get copies of that DBQ. I love when veterans have copies of their DBQs because that's considered medical records. They have to give information about your limitations. All right. And when, as a vocational expert, when I'm looking at what the doctor said, I can quote what the doctor said in regards to your limitations. Otherwise, only thing we'll be quoting are the letters that the VA have provided to you summarizing what the DBQ said. All right. So if you have this information and you're considering filing, or if you've already did an intent to file, what you want to do to supplement all of that information is have a vocational evaluation. All right. Vocational experts are just that. We're experts on jobs as they are listed, as they are performed in the national economy. All right. The national economy. We're experts on jobs in the national economy. We know what level of intellect you must have in order to perform certain jobs. We know the academic levels that's required on certain jobs. We know the level of stress that is identified on each and every job. We know the availability of jobs as they are listed in the national economy. We know the amount of sitting, standing, walking required on each job, and we're familiar with medical terminology. So when your doctors say that you can't do a certain activity, we immediately translate that into vocational terms and determine whether or not jobs exist for a person with this particular disability. So when you get a vocational expert to provide a vocational evaluation report, we have to review medical documentation. We can't base a vocational report on what you say. Okay, I can't find a job. Well, I'm sorry. You have to have limitations that affect your ability to work. Okay, so when you send us your medical documentation, we review your medical documentation, do a vocational profile, and then start to try to identify jobs we feel that you are able to perform. If we conclude that you're not able to perform any work, or we couldn't provide any, we couldn't identify any jobs that we feel that you're able to perform because of these limitations, we will put that in our conclusion in our vocational evaluation report. You submit this information to the VA, and it's considered credible evidence to support your TDIU claim. Okay? Credible evidence is what you need. Not just, I believe I can't work. Not just somebody said I can't work. Not just I quit this job because I can't work. You have to have evidence, and that evidence has to be reviewed in order for us to help you. Now, lastly, we don't do a vocational evaluation for everyone. If you lack the medical documentation, if you lack the rating decisions, if you do not have the evidence to support us providing you a vocational evaluation report, we won't do a report. You won't have to pay us anything. However, there are three parts. We do a individual consultation. We do a vocational assessment. And if we have the records to support what you stated to us in the consultation, we'll then agree to do a vocational evaluation report. Okay, this is our process. We wanted to provide you just some details about how to apply. What do you need in order to justify filing for TDIU? If you still have some questions, feel free to give us a call, give our office a call, 803-563-5087. I'm gonna let you go grab a pen right quick, but it's 803-563-5087. Check us out on the web. We're at www.vcandvc.com. And check out the services we provide. I know I do a lot of these videos either in my office or here at my home office, but we're a legitimate business, okay? We're licensed professional counselors and vocational experts that work with people here in South Carolina as well as nationally throughout the nation, okay? So if you're somewhere in Timbuktu, Arizona, Kansas, all right, New Mexico, Washington, D.C., Seattle, Washington, no matter where you are, okay, we can provide these services to you because we're nationally certified as vocational experts to provide this service, okay? So if you have any doubts, if you have any questions, if you have any things that you would like for us to consider, go ahead and call us and set up an initial consultation. Even if we're not in your time zone, if you call late at night, leave a message on our answering machine. We'll give you a call back the following day when we come in, or send you an email to try to set you up an appointment to do an initial consultation. Okay? All right. So I just wanted to do a quick video today and give you some insight on TDIU. It can be an overwhelming process. It can seem like it's a lot, but when you have someone that's walking you through, trying to get your information and telling you what you need, it'll be a whole lot easier. To some of my older vets, I know it's overwhelming trying to get into your va.gov, trying to pull up your blue button report, trying to get a snapshot of what your service connected disabilities are. It can be overwhelming, but don't lose your patience. All right. Be patient. This is a process. We'll help you as much as we can try to get the information that we need, or that you need, in order to make a favorable determination for us to help you. All right. So if you have any questions, reach out to us, or you can email us at admin, ADMIN dot ADMIN at VCandVC.com. Admin at VCandVC.com. Thank you very much. I'm Chad Middleton, your vocational expert, your licensed professional counselor here. If you need any information, feel free to check us out on the web. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Look forward to seeing you soon.